So in continuation to the pellet presentation earlier in two section, this is part of it only in continuation. As you can see that while increasing from pellet concentration in the body from 30% to 100%, there is a challenge in meeting the slag basicity. And in view of that, we need to increase the basicity of slag by addition of limestone. And this presentation part is going to cover implication of, or we can say, effect of limestone load on reductant rate, which is very important aspects. So in this section we all going to explore how limestone addition in blast furnace burden affect reductant rate, slag basicity and overall energy dynamics. So the finding provide insight into optimizing fluxes while balancing coke rate and sulfur removal efficiency. So almost all factors are very challenging in nature in day-to-day operation of blast furnace. Now as we can see this slide which is full of information, this is all about analysis compares reductant rate across two operational period. In period B with 101 kg of limestone per ton of hot metal and coke rate was 468 kg per ton hot metal. In period C, limestone dropped to 34 kg per ton hot metal and coke rate improved to 453 kg per ton hot metal. This is a good value which is equivalent to 67 kg per ton hot metal reduction in limestone led to a 15 kg per ton hot metal coke saving, which is a big value. A simple rule of thumb emerges from this outcome is the replacing 4 to 5 kg of limestone, that is 4 to 5 kg of limestone with BOF slag saves around 1 kg of coke. So now coming to a question in this slide that why limestone increase reductant rate, and this is a very important questions, and but everyone knows about it, but the logical scientific relation just I want to replicate on this slide for clarity. And here it is the here the science says that the limestone decomposes into furnace one endothermic reaction, and as you are well familiar with CaCO3 CaO plus CO2, and this reaction consumes thermal energy demanding additional coke to maintain temperature. In contrast, we can say BF slag provide preformed CaO which reducing the energy burden. The empirical reduction in coke align with the theoretical predictions, validating this relationship. Now coming to the effect of slag basicity on sulfur distribution, which is also going to be a challenge while increasing pellet from 30% to 100%, because we have to adjust the basicity of the slag in order to combat the metal sulfur. So higher limestone load raise slag basicity as it is purposely we are adding limestone, and this addition of limestone expressed as the CO by SiO2 ratio, where we can see by adding limestone increase the CO component and eventually it meet in combating our higher basicity of slag. So as basicity increases, the slag sulfur absorption improves, and that's because CO rich slag has a stronger affinity for sulfide formation, and this affinity for sulfide formation enhance the desulfurization potential. So while limestone raise coke rate, it also boosts sulfur removal, posing a trade-off between energy efficiency and metallurgical cleanliness. So now coming to the sulfur content and basicity of blast furnace slag. So as we can see that this graph shows how sulfur content in slag correlate with basicity. The real trend line where sulfur in slag, it shows the sulfur in slag, whereas the blue line is about CO by SiO2 ratio. So as the basicity peaks, sulfur transfer improves. Slag volume and pellet ratio factor into slag chemistry. So these highlight the need to monitor not just flux amount but their chemical impact also. So coming to the operational implication, we can say that from an operational standpoint, two strategies emerge. One is where we have a use of BOF slag when available to reduce coke rate and avoid endothermic penalties, about which just we talked in earlier slide. If limestone is essential, consider pre-calcination in external kiln, turning CO3 into CO before furnace entry. Untimely slag design must balance basicity for sulfur removal against the energy demand it creates.